Alright, welcome back to a new video. I did a little bit off camera, I just wanted to get stuck in, so I'll show you sort of backwards what I've done. So obviously I got the wheelbase extended last night, and obviously we need to make a join between the tunnel and the back. I've left it a little bit long. I've put the first bend in using the new bending machine, and what I've done is the edge here, I'll show you on the other side. Should have come around this side to begin with. I've actually used the air punch and joggler I've got, and I've joggled the edge there to make that piece of the tunnel a lot stronger, so that I can then spot weld this in. It's ready for its sort of final fitment, but because I need to do a bit of stretching, what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean up all the surfaces, take out the clecos, and start tacking it from that side round. I have made sure it fits in, it just wants pushing in as it goes round. So that one's cutting off round about there. I think there's where the floor is. So that one's chopping across to there. And then I can think about putting in the back piece. Though I'm not going to do that yet, because I need to know what width I'm going to. I still haven't found out. I've asked in a couple of places now what the width is between them two welds on the Mark IV Escort, but I'm just gonna have to wait till I get the car back, because I really want to weigh up how to do my floors. Right, so as you saw then, I've cleaned up basically where everything's going to go. I'm not a weld through primer kind of person. At the end of the day, this has got a lot of seams in it that I'm not going to be touching, so I don't really see the point in weld through priming the bits that I do when potentially that needs it. So I'm just going to crack on, get on with it, seam seal it and get it done, but I'll get it done properly. So cleaned up the metal here, you can see now the joggled edge pretty well, and you can see how firm that tunnel is. It was quite floppy before I joggled the edge. This side is really thick, so there's no problem on that. I've got this chopped to size now. Used the guillotine, another Facebook Marketplace buy, and I've put a bead roll right down the centre just to stiffen it up a little bit as well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to punch a few holes round this edge. I'll put a couple around that edge. Well, I'll probably put quite a few actually. A couple in at the bottom, because as you can see, it's joggled all right into the corners. The bend is about the same profile as it is here as well, which is good. I've just nipped it round where it was round that bit, and hopefully we'll get this piece tacked in at least round most of it, and hopefully a few of the holes I make there aren't going to hit them. So we'll see anyway. Right, so we're up to with the first bit of the extension. So as you saw, I've spot welded it. I've seam welded down the bottom where the floor pan's going to be on both sides. There's about 50 holes that I'm going to have to weld through from the back, so I'm not going crazy with it, and I'm not going to be putting any paint on until that's done. I've done a couple of stitches and it's absolutely solid now, as you can see. The floor matches over, so the next thing to do is figure out where we're going with the rear floor pan. The bead that I put in, I think's added a decent amount of strength as well. So what I'm going to do next, I think, is probably cut out this floor pan across and unpick at least the bottom part of this, the seat anchorage, and go over, because none of that is firm welded in yet. I've still not welded the main chassis leg, so I've still got a little bit of manipulation even with that welded in, but that's nice and level now.